Hey beekeepers, the Hive Doctor here, your beekeeping mentor. Welcome back. This is the video that you've all been waiting for that I've promised you to show you how to manipulate your frames during a nectar flow so that you can increase the yield of honey that you get for your honey crop and get those new frames drawn out a little bit faster. So stick around. Okay, so welcome to this apiary. You guys have been here before. I'm coming through and seeing if I need to put any additional supers on my hives to see if they're ready for the next box. Some of them are, some of them aren't, but I've come across a hive that is ready for me to begin manipulating some frames so I can get them drawn out more quickly. Where we are right now is our spring honey flow, nectar flow. We're about halfway through, so we've got about 2 more weeks left, and then a week after that of it tapering off. So there's still plenty of time to make some honey. It would be more advantageous if I put boxes with already drawn out comb on these girls, but they still have the population and the strength and the incoming resources to be able to draw out those new wax foundation frames or plastic frames, whatever you use. I've got plastic foundation in my frames, and I've got this hive I'm going to show you that is drawn, probably 6 out of 10 frames. I'm going to show you how I'm going to manipulate those frames right now so we can get them drawn out faster on what we've got left of the nectar flow. And I might even have enough time to stick another box on top of them to fill halfway, so I've got a little bit more nectar, more honey to extract and bottle for my spring wildflower honey. Okay, so what we've got here is I've got 2 frames that have not been drawn out yet. This one is completely bare, this one's bare on the outside, and this one they've started on the inside. And it's the same story over here on these 2 frames. So most likely, since bees draw out and work from the middle out in both directions, these 2 frames are most likely almost nearly capped, if not completely capped. The next 2 are going to be slightly less than that, and the story goes on. So I'm going to be manipulating things and switching out frames because bees love to work the middle first. So what we're going to do is remove these outer frames. Make sure I don't have the queen on there. Set it aside, but within reach. Next frame in, they've actually started drawing wax on that. You can see that white line, that's brand new wax. And on this side, they're doing a pretty good job. When you turn the frame like this, it's easier to see exactly what they've done. And the dark color is the nectar that they put in it. The capped part is now technically honey because it is ripe. They've capped it off. So what I'm going to do is actually, before I set this aside, remember that they drew this side first. So I want them to draw the other side and get to working on that. They have no problem working on this side and finishing it because they've already started. So I'm going to turn this frame around and face the bare side toward them. And then I'm going to just set this on the outside for the moment, just to give myself room to move this frame. We're going to look and see exactly what they've done. This is a really nice heavy frame. The majority of that is capped, and they're working on getting that done. So what I'm going to do is turn this one around as well, face the caps towards the outside of this side of the box. Set that down. Pick this one back up. Scoot this and make it an outside frame. Space it exactly where it needs to go. I'm going to put this one, which was the second frame, in right here with the comb out. Make sure I don't squish any bees. And then I'm going to take my completely bare outside frame and stick it right. You know what? I could do this, but I think I'm going to checkerboard it and just make it even, get them to draw it even faster. Now I'm going to space those frames back in, and now I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. And that's done. Now there's a couple of options that you have at this point once you've manipulated this. I could either go ahead and put my quilting box or hive cover both of those in my case, back on and force them to have a limited space to finish drawing out those frames. Now they're going to do that most likely either way because we have 2 to 3 weeks left on the nectar flow. Or I could put an excluder and then put another box of comb on top. And that would really, what's the word? Encourage them to move up and put nectar away even more quickly. Now the only issue with that is sometimes bees appear to be what I would call lazy. Instead of drawing out the frames in here that I want them to, they may take advantage of this already existing comb in the upper box and just put nectar there instead. That happens a lot when you have empty frames in your brood chamber. If you don't force them to draw those out, they'll move right up here into the second box and ignore those completely. The challenge with that is you kind of have to crowd your bees. And I'm sure, as you know, no matter what your beekeeping level, when you crowd bees, you might give them the tendency to swarm, and none of us really want to do that. So it's a touchy and skillful situation that even the most experienced beekeepers may not get away with. But it is an option, and it's something to put into your beekeeping tool bag. In my case, since I didn't come completely ready to have enough supers for everyone in boxes, for now, I'm just going to leave them as they are. And especially since I didn't bring any queen excluders today, I just popped into this yard just to check it out, see if there was anything I could do, maybe make a video, which I did. I do have a couple of deep hive bodies that I'm going to put on to some bees if they're just like really doing well. The one you see here, I just put this honey super on top of them, so that's fresh. I didn't have an excluder with me, but these are brand new frames. I don't have to worry about the queen laying in this box between now and the next time I get back over here to put an excluder in between. And I will, of course, check for the queen, make sure she's not up there anyways, because you never want to trap a queen above an excluder. So that's it for this hive. Let me know if you have any questions about supering, manipulating frames to make this happen for you. Put it in the comments below. Tell your friends about the Hive Doctor. Drop me one of these, and I'll see you in the next video.